Hi everybody, thanks for joining me for your workout today. You're going to need a variety of weights for today's workout. We're going to have 2 blocks, 4 different exercises in each, and you're gonna have lots of time to perfect those moves in each of our intervals today. It's gonna be completely up to you how much you do in each of those intervals. As long as you work to your max and you're focused on form, you're gonna succeed in both of these blocks. So if you're with me, you have a variety of weights and you are ready to get started, I wanna do a little warm up with you. So join me. We're gonna start our warm up with an easy squat. Just a slight sit back, keeping that chest proud and pushing those hips behind you. Very important thing when you're squatting is making sure that you're pushing your hips back and you're rooting that foot into the floor. Try not to let yourself kind of come forward in this squat. You want to really focus on that back push of the hips. As this is getting a little bit more warmed up, see if you can drop a little lower. And by drop lower, I mean hips going lower, not the chest. Try to keep that up and proud. Good. The next thing I want to work on is stand up nice and tall, nice long spine. I want you to hinge at the hip. Put your hands in front of you and start to pull those elbows behind. What we are trying to focus on is the upper body squeezing at the top of this motion. So I want you to think about actively pulling those shoulders together before lowering those hands back down. This is a row, and we're gonna visit it later on with a little bit of weight. Each time I pull my elbows back, I squeeze right between my shoulder blades. It's a nice active pull, and you can feel those muscles really warming up. Let's do 3 more here. 3, 2, and 1. Good, lower that down. Stand up nice and tall one more time, finding that tall posture. I want you to take your hands and I want you to push up to the ceiling and then pull straight down. So this is a nice push up to the ceiling and a nice pull back down. Making sure your whole upper body is helping to stabilize in all of these movements. So as you reach your hands up, try not to lean back. Keep this all engaged as you actively push and actively pull those arms back down. Good, and drop that right down. I want you to think about scooping something up towards your shoulders, lowering it back down. This time, we're focusing on the front side of that arm, and we are squeezing on the way up and elongating on the way down. Again, I'm always conscious of where my posture is, trying to make sure that we're not getting that sort of curve in the upper spine. Stand nice and proud. Good, roll those shoulders back. And I want to introduce you guys to a move that we're going to come into in our second block of work. You're probably all familiar with a lunge. A traditional lunge looks like this, dropping that back knee down towards the ground. So everyone come with me right now. Place your feet in this traditional lunge. Now look, what I want you to do is bring your feet closer together. I want you to half that space between your feet. And I want you to pretend you've dropped something on the ground. I want you to pick something up off the ground and stand back up again. This is a short stride lunge, and it's working that front leg a little more than the back. Go through this a few more times on this side. Three, 2, and 1 more. Good. Plant those feet together, step back into that regular style of lunge, half that space, other leg in front, drop it down. Remember, that front leg should be doing more work than the back leg. So really focus on pushing through that front foot to come back up. Let's do 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Shake that out a little bit. We're gonna switch up our squat a little bit. We worked on that traditional style squat, but in block 2, we're gonna get into the second style of squat where we're gonna open it up a little. You're gonna step back on an angle, squat down here, come back, other side. Now again, I'm not hinging at the hip. I am sinking down. Whatever your range of motion is. If you need to stay up here a little bit, absolutely fine. One more each side. Nice. Shake that out. Hopefully we've warmed up all the major groups of your body. And it's time to start doing some of these moves with weight. Your heaviest weights are gonna be for your legs. So we're gonna wanna grab the heaviest ones because we are starting with squats. You've got 40 seconds to squat. Do what you can and focus on form. Once we've completed that 40 seconds, you've got 20 seconds to let it all go. Get ready for that next one. Does that sound good? Also, in that time of active recovery, that 20 seconds, keep your feet moving if you can. Try not to come to a complete stop, okay? Choosing those weights, we're gonna do squat, row, push press, and bicep curl. So that's what we worked on in our warm-up. Choose your weights. You can switch up in between if you need to. Bend your knees to pick up those weights. Options for your squat. You can keep them right here, and you can squat down right here. You can bring them up to your shoulders. You can squat here. If at any point it gets too heavy, just set them down. Or use one. So lots of options here. But we've got about 20 seconds till it's time to start with these squats. So choose your adventure. Grab your weights, feet just about hip width apart, and in 10 seconds, our squat interval starts. You with me? Stand tall, stand proud. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Squat down, stand tall. Now again, other options. Bringing those weights here. Nice work. If this gets tiring, switch it up again. You've got 20 seconds left. Remember to push those hips back and try not to break at the waist. Push back. Three, 2, 1. Now you may want to switch this up for some lighter weights. We're gonna hinge at the hip and we're gonna do that row, just like we did in the warm-up where we're going to squeeze and reset back down. So join me, 5 seconds till go time. Hinge at the hip, strong core, strong back. Here we go. Pull, reset back down. Now I do have a hinge at my waist. I'm not upright on this one. So come forward and you are working your upper back. So you are squeezing as you pull those elbows past your body. That's it. If you're getting fatigued in the back, stand up, shake it out, come back down again. Only got 10 seconds here. Stay right here. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now you may keep those same weights. We're going with an overhead press. So again, like we did in the warm-up, push and pull motion, just like this. Choose your weights. Got about 5 seconds till go time. Strong core, weights up. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Push and pull. Now try not to let those elbows come all the way back down to the body. If you can, stay at 90 degrees. If you come all the way down here, you're actually not working that upper shoulder. So stay right here. Should feel stabilizers in your back and your sides helping out with this also. 10 seconds. Remember, don't lean back here. Stand strong. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set those down. You may want to go lighter again. We're switching up to biceps this time. You have an option of an underhand curl or a hammer curl, whichever you choose. Hammer curl's a little easier on the wrist, but get ready to move in 3, 2, 1. So look, I'm coming up just in front of my shoulder and lowering all the way back down. Don't shorten that range of motion by stopping too early, and don't pull that elbow forward. We want to keep it nice and isolated. So from the thigh, just in front of the chest, and back down again. My elbows are pulled in tight and pointing down to the ground. Stand nice and tall, core is tight to help out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set that down. We are repeating that same group of exercises. We're gonna go back to those squats. 2 weights, or you can go 1 in a goblet hold, whichever you prefer. But we're back to those heavier weights again, because our legs are strong. You ready? 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Lower and lift. Now, round 2, this feels a little tougher. It should. You're working hard. Keep pushing through or lose a weight and bring it right here. Keep pushing through. Focus on staying strong through the back, strong through the core. You've got 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set that down. You may want to go a little lighter, switching it up for that row. So again, a little hinge at the hip, squeezing that upper back. You got 10 seconds. Keep those feet moving. Get ready for that go time. In 3, 2, here we go. Really pull behind and squeeze. Lower those weights back down. Squeeze and lower. Remember that upper back should be feeling a nice burn. If your lower back is burning, stand up, shake it out, reset, and push those hips back. One more time. That's it, 10 seconds here. I want you to really pause and squeeze before you lower down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Same weights perhaps, maybe a little lighter. Overhead press is next. Try to keep those feet moving. Shake out those shoulders a little if you need to. You ready? We're going overhead. Bring those weights up. 3, 2, 1. Lift it up, lower it down. Now keep your body nice and stabilized. Try not to lean back or let that core go so that you're kind of counterbalancing on this. You need to have a nice strong frame. If you feel it's getting heavy, take a second, shake it out. Join me back up here again, because you've still got over 10 seconds. Let's hang in there. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nicely done. Should we switch it up? Back to that bicep. Isolating that bicep, making sure that we've got a nice full range of motion and we're not letting those elbows tilt forward. Get ready. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Bring it up in front of the chest. Lower it down to the thigh. Now, if you need to switch this up, if you feel this in your wrists at all, go to a hammer curl. It's a more neutral wrist. and those weights are gonna come the same range of motion, just changing the angle that we're lifting these weights at. Stay with it. You've got 10 seconds left. Where are your elbows? Are they starting to swing? Don't let them. Tighten that up. Come on, 3, 2, 1. Set those down. Guys, we've got one more round of each of those exercises, okay? Back to your heavy weights one more time. 1 or 2. Round 3 is where you're gonna have to really pull it out, okay? We're gonna get nice and strong here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Sink and stand. Now, if you are feeling this in your knees, I want you to set your weights down and I want you to practice that squat. By pushing your hips back behind you, you're taking pressure off the front side of your knee. It should not have that same feeling of pressure into the kneecap. If you feel like your weight is a little forward in your toes, you are gonna feel that. Really sink it back. Hang in here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's row one more time. We're gonna hinge at the hips, and we're gonna squeeze that upper back. You should feel this one right between the shoulder blades. There's a squeeze that's happening right there. You ready? 3, 2, 1. Now this movement is really important because it helps combat that posture we get from sitting all day. When you're driving, when you're at your computer, we tend to slouch and we tend to relax the very muscles that we are strengthening when we're doing these rows. So focus on it. Squeeze and lower down. If you can, I want you to slow right down. Give me a pause right here. Pause. Nice. Can you give me one more? We got 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Set those down. Last round of these bicep curls. Choose your hammer curl or your underhand grip, whichever you prefer. Find that good posture. I know you can do this. Stand nice and tall. Core is tight. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Lift and lower. Now, if you want a bit of a challenge, I'm gonna change up this range of motion on you. I'm gonna come up just above halfway, and I'm gonna lower just below halfway, and I'm gonna hang out right here. If this is too intense, go back to that full range. But if you're looking for that little bit extra, stick right here with me. You got another 10 seconds. 2/3 of the way up, drop it down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nicely done. Okay, set those down. Take a second here to shake everything out, because that's block 1 complete. We only have 1 block left. 4 different exercises, all using weight again. It's gonna be a little bit more fun. We're gonna have a bit of motion in these ones. So we're gonna take that short stride lunge. We're then going to work our triceps. We're gonna switch that over to a transverse squat, just like we did in that warm-up. So that opening and dropping. And we're gonna finish it off with some shoulders. Yes? Good. So you're gonna need, one more time, those heavier weights. We're going to be doing alternating short stride lunges. So one foot and then the other. Sounds great, right? I know. So grab those heavier weights. I want you to practice with me, finding that short stride lunge. Take a look, just to refresh what we're gonna do. We're gonna alternate in that short stride lunge. 10 seconds till we do this. Grab those weights, find that strong posture. Here's your short stride lunge. Get ready for it and go. Lower and lift, switch to the other side. Now everyone's range of motion is gonna look a little different. It may be here, As you get used to this, it's gonna get a little more and a little deeper in that range of motion. So we're gonna keep working at this. Chest proud. You shouldn't be looking at the ground, okay? 10 seconds here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Grab something a little lighter. You only need one. Stack your hands, and you're gonna start right here. Now you may need a kickstand on this one so that you don't feel your back arching. You're gonna lower that down and lift it back up. Grab your weight, find your kickstand, and go. Here we are. Now, my elbows are pointing towards you. Your elbows should be pointing towards me. Try not to let them get out here. You see that difference? Tighten that up. Nice work. Got 20 seconds here. Try for a nice full range of motion, squeezing so that those elbows are pointing forward. Hang in there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. I want you to go to one heavier weight, and I want you to hold it right here. Okay? You're going to step to this side, and then you're going to step to this side. You with me? 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Now again, everyone's range of motion is going to look different. Allow yourself to sink a little deeper as you get more and more comfortable. Notice that my toes are turned out a little bit also. Allow your toes to face a little bit like a duck, a little bit outward. Ten seconds here. 3, 2, 1. Nice, set that down. Last thing on this group, I'm gonna do a T raise. So that means we're gonna bring our hands up to the side as high as our shoulders and back down. No higher. I shouldn't see you way up here, and I shouldn't see you struggling down here. Join me. We're gonna lift and lower. Now, if you find you're struggling in that bottom point, there's a few options. Go lighter in your weights or bend at the elbow, whichever works for you. And if none of these are working for you, lift and squeeze to lower. Feel like you're in mud as you pull through the air. This is still activating that same muscle group without the weight. 3, 2, 1. Let's do all of that again. Set those down. 1 or 2 for the short stride lunge. You choose. Remember that short stride lunge. Find it. Ready, set, go. Lower and lift. Now you keep going. I just want to remind you that that front leg is doing most of the work. It's guiding you on the way down and it's pushing on the way up. This back leg's kind of like just a kickstand, just making it so that you're not falling over. If you're using one, you can be right here. 10 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Okay, tricep extension. Going overhead with this one. So once again, kickstand those feet, tighten up that core. Get ready. We're gonna lower it all the way down. Elbows are pinned in. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. I want you to make sure you're not letting those hips go forward. You're gonna feel a pinch in your back. You need to come up, be strong through that core. Where are your elbows? I hope they're pointing at me. Stay with me for 10 seconds. Lift and lower. 3, 2, 1. Setting that down. Transverse squat. Grab that weight. Bring it right here. Get ready to open up and sink down. Yes? These ones are kind of fun. You ready to come with me? 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Stand nice and tall. Switch to the other side. Again, if you're starting to feel this in your back, set that weight down. Work from right here. Range of motion will be different for everyone. Allow yourself to sink. Trust yourself. You're strong enough. You got 10 seconds here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake that out. You guys remember what's next? This one's tough. This is your T-raise. Long arm if you can. Bent at the elbow if you need a bit of a break. Get rid of them all together if you don't want those weights in your hands. But we got 3 seconds till go time. 2, 1, here we go. Lift and lower. Bend right here and lead with the elbow. If you have that bent arm, make sure you are leading with the elbow and not leaving those wrists behind, okay? Keep this going. Keep going. You should also feel right here working to help lift. The shoulder doesn't want to do it all alone. Right here needs to help out. 3, 2, 1. Guys, one more time through. You're gonna grab those heavy weights one more time. This is it, last time through. So grab those weights, alternating short stride lunge, remembering front leg, all the work. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Sink and switch. I know round 3 feels like your weight's got a lot heavier. I get it. But you've got 20 seconds left. And then we move along. If you're tired, I need you to pay attention. Is your chest pointing to the ground? Keep it proud. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set those down. Grab one. Overhead extensions. Last time here. We are gonna fight to keep those elbows pointing right here. You ready for this? 5, 4, find that kickstand. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Where are those elbows? You shouldn't look like me right now, right? I need you to pull. Get those elbows in. 20 seconds here. Tighten up that lower abdominal area for me. Don't let the back arch. Stay strong. 10 seconds. Stay with me for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome job. Set that down. Transverse squat. I'm gonna go heavy again. I'm gonna hold it right here. And I'm gonna get ready to step it back. Second, last bit of work. You ready? Set and go. Sink, stand tall. Now, if you're feeling confident in this one, I want you to go a little lower. Take your time and just work at your own pace, focusing on the nice full range of motion. Got 15 seconds left here. Stick with it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Guys, last thing we're gonna do, that T-raise. Grab those weights one last time. We're gonna lift and lower, and then we're gonna cool it down. So ready? Tall posture, strong core. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Remember, I'm not coming way up here. Take a look. We're stopping at shoulder height. Again, bend and lift with the elbow leading if you need a little bit of reprieve, because this can be a tough one. And as always, your shoulders are done. You're gonna come right here. I want you to pull up through the mud and squish down through the mud. Keep everything engaged for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake that out. Awesome job, everybody. That's 2 blocks done. This should be tired. This should be tired. And these should be tired also. If they're not, you're stronger than you thought you were, and you can do all of those exercises with a little heavier weight. Right now, I just want you to roll your shoulders back. Focusing again on that beautiful tall posture. Try not to be here. Stand tall. Go the other way. Very good. I want you to put your heel to the floor and push your hips back. You should feel a stretch through the back side of the leg. So push those hips back behind you. Reach down for those toes. Either reach past them, or if it's available to you, reach down to them. Come on up. Put that other heel down. Push those hips back. Reaching past those toes or down to them. Coming up nice and tall from there. You may want to go to a wall for this one. You can either grab onto the wall or find your balance and bring it into a quad stretch. So I want you to bring your knees close together, push your hips forward, and feel that stretch through the front side of the leg. Switch to that other side. Set that down. I want one big stretch to the ceiling right here. Bring that down. You guys are done. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you again really soon.